Welcome to finals day at the World Beach Ultimate Club Championships, and the sun is shining here on the beautiful sands of Portimão. We have a cracker of a day lined up for you here, folks. First up is the mixed bronze medal game, and we got a battle of the islanders. Guayota from Tenerife are taking on Boracay Ultimate from Boracay in the Philippines. What a spectacle we have for you today, folks. Things are going to heat up as the day goes on, but a bronze medal to give out now in the mixed division. Liam Grant alongside Steph Rapazzo for this call. Steph, you looking forward to this matchup?
You better believe it, Liam. The two bronze medals went out yesterday in open and women's division, and the mixed division has probably been the most competitive, the most potential for anyone to be able to jump in and take this division. A lot of people pick these two teams as potential gold medalists or potentially to match up in the final. That's how tight the competition is. They've been relegated to the bronze medal match. The fact that they've been able to sleep on it, get over those tough semifinal losses, really does give them a chance to gear back up. And this is going to be an absolute battle. Both islanders, as you mentioned, and as far as the teams in the upper echelon, probably as close to similar as you can get with that speedy attack. I think Boracay does it a little bit differently. They are a little bit more nonstop, keep the disc moving. Guayota has a little bit more ability to play the deep game going up. And you look at some of the players to watch here. Sebastian Spiegel, Liam, not a natural born Spaniard on the beach in Tenerife, but a naturalized now, and he's been a huge part of their success, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's a great man at orchestrating the offense. Likes to keep the disc moving, those inside flicks, a big weapon of his, and then just following the play, and brings a load of experience and a slightly German style to this Guayota side.
Yeah, he's got 19 assists, 10 goals, and has been a big part of their offensive efficiency over the course of the week. So look out for Sebastian Spiegel. He's also one of the tournament directors of the great tournament that you and I both love, Liam, CFC over in Lanzarote, and him and Nira running the show with a lot of Guayota as the heartbeat of running that great tournament there. And if you haven't been to that one, we most certainly highly recommend it. Similar beach magic as you're getting here. Different vibes, of course, but yes, a great tournament that they get. So Guayota, again, a reminder, last year, EBUCC, the European, they won both in open and women's. They made the combination powerhouse to take on this mixed division, and they will still be gunning for that bronze medal as we start getting a look now at Boracay Ultimate. Liam, they are a team that goes way back. I think 2002, the Boracay program began. 2001, 2002, when they first started their tournament there, the Boracay Open. And back then, Liam, it was the Dragon Boaters, the Boracay Dragons, a bunch of athletes that ran the dragon boats through the sand. And they won their very first tournament, and ever since have just become a global powerhouse on sand.
Yeah, there are actually three different teams in Boracay. Boracay Dragons, Boracay Ultimate, and Boracay Pirates. Boracay Ultimate winning the Boracay Open, so they're representing here, but taking players from all clubs. You see Kyra, famed Filipino now living in the USA, but a real star of this community. Remember her from the AO All-Star Tour. Definitely brings the big highlight plays. Follow her on TikTok as well. She busts out the dance moves.
We'll have to get over there. Beyond her TikToking, she has been clicking into the score column. 21 overall stats, mostly out of hand. She's 2-1 there. 14 assists, 7 goals for Kyra, and she is a big part of their offensive efficiency on the O-line, and can stretch the field, can stay, but more often than not is around or behind the disc support to be able to use her skills in distribution. But don't be surprised if you see her use her speed and hands getting upfield, catching some goals too. Also, Junter Flores, the coach of his team, Liam, he's been coaching all week long, been wearing the back brace, and he's out there today as a player. Has been listed as a player, but I'm not sure he's got a game in until maybe right now.
Well, he's going to be on the first point here. Looks like he's playing some offense, and he's wearing his daughter's jersey. He said he traded his number 6 jersey already, so wearing India, his daughter's jersey, number 27. His wife is also on the team, and mother, Raquel Grape. So, family affair here on the sands. It looks like it will be Junter to field the first possession for Boracay. My Dublin in the hander space, another legend of Filipino Ultimate. As the two islands collide here on the sand. Kyra. Boracay struggling to get much momentum downfield. Thinking about the deep shot. Junter, coach now, O-line handler, getting involved. Beautiful leading pass. That is a classic Boracay throw. Dublin shooting towards the end zone. Possible call on the field. Second accepted foul, so Kyra will get the easy reset to Junter, who tries to step around on the backhand. Another call on the mark.
Yeah, they're going to continue to discuss there. Jimenez stepped in. Seemed like a very simple foul accepted. We did get there with eventuality back into play for Flores.
Junter Flores gave the coaching duties to his daughter after taking her jersey, gave her the clipboard, and they score their first goal. A clean hold for Boracay, and that is Paul Mariano with the goal.
Yeah, nice around there once they get going to score the final goal. But it was Tuvilla Roberts who was upfield for the big throw to get the biggest chunk of meters. There you see again Teofilo going to Mariano for the goal. But it was Tuvilla Roberts that we highlighted off the top. As you mentioned in the sequence, Liam, they were having just a little bit of trouble getting moving. Getting out of their own end zone. They finally got a couple upline jabs, and then the big throw that cut up the meters to Villa Roberts, who was patient but continued moving and finding space upfield. And there you have it, clean hold. 10 passes for Boracay to find the end zone.
Now we get a taste of the Guayota O-line. Sergio Diaz gets things moving. Patricia Navasa, one of the 3 Navasa sisters on this roster, and the one that plays offense more than not. And they're going to look for her deep. She has position. Does she have enough room in the end zone? Yes, she does. Takes it down gracefully with 2 hands.
Just a show of speed there by Patricia Navasa. As soon as the disc went up, she got faster, knowing that she had a foot race to win, picking up speed as she goes. The 32-year-old, a native of Santa Cruz, Tenerife, has played on the club scene a little bit. You've seen her with Yaka, seen her in Cincinnati there, but really, really a standout on the sand here. One of the 3 siblings. And it was Diaz who also had a great game. Last time we saw him on the cameras here when Guayota had that thriller against Frisgo. Diaz had a monstrous game, and here he leads. There you see Navasa get the first goal on the board for Guayota.
Santa Cruz de Tenerife, joint capital city of the Canary Islands, along with Las Palmas. So no turnovers thus far. Big buttery biscuit looking for the end zone. Paw eating up the sand, gets up early and pulls that one down out of the sky. Magnificent play from Boracay. Shout out to all those watching in Paradise in Boracay. I think Paradise is one of the sponsors of this Boracay Ultimate team, and I think it's about 5, 6 o'clock there in Boracay. I'm sure the sun is setting. There's a few cocktails being had and everyone enjoying this great bronze medal matchup.
They've been getting behind it all week long, the Filipino crowd, and Mariano has been getting up and taking over the skies in Portimão all week long. Just absolutely rips that one down. That is an emphatic take by Mariano. Papa, king of the skies there. A delivery rider when he's at home, and boy, does he deliver here on the Portuguese sands.
Alberto throws a low disc, and that one too low on the first turnover of the game. And first break opportunity for Boracay. They waste no time, but Spiegel denies the break for Boracay. Sensational layout block.
Little over ambitious to get that in once they got that turn. The upline cut was nice, but Spiegel was closing that gap from the moment it was picked up.
Guayota do well to get it back. Spiegel was awake to the threat, and now looking to get the offense rolling again. Another low throw. Very similar to the turnover we just saw, and puts her hands to her head. Marta Oritz. Not something we've seen too often from Guayota, is those unforced errors.
Second chance to break.
Let's see what Boracay can do now. They get one pass going, but look to the end zone quick again and eating up the sand. The speed of these Boracay players on the sand, just exceptional. Edgar Sumbi, better known as Max, had that sensational play on the live stream earlier where he did that around the corner disc grab, the big layout, made it on one of our plays of the day.
Yeah, he can do it with acrobatics when called upon there, blazing speed. How about the throw, too? That thing was just a perfect throw. You see the body mechanics get low into that side lunge, and Sumbi does the rest. That was 3, 4, 5 meters of separation by the time the disc went up. Edgar Sumbi, he's having a day out there and giving some love to the camera operators.
Yeah, he's giving love to the camera operators. The whole team are shouting Max, telling him, get back to the line, do it again. Your job's not done yet. You can see why they want him back out there on defense for a second point. And Guayota lost their semi-final universe. They started on offense, and it was really their own error that cost them a berth in the final place. Oh, another layout block, but it ends up being a mack in the space for Spiegel, who has the easy shot for goal. Walking a tightrope here, this Guayota side.
Yes, Sacapano did everything he could possibly have done there, short of intercepting it on the layout, but put the body on the line, got horizontal, macked that disc up, gave Spiegel another step, and by the time he did have it, there was no defender as Sacapano was still chest down in the sand. It gave Spiegel a great advantage to lean into this throw and make sure it was perfect for Diaz to run into. Great defense by Boracay. It's one of those cases you can't win them all, and this time the bounces go the way of Guayota. They stretch things or bring things back to within one. It's 3-2 on the board.
Boracay up one break though in the first half as Jade gets things running for the Dragons. Or should I say Boracay Ultimate. Now another big deep shot, this time looking for Kyra, who's in acres of space in the end zone. Kyra always has a dance for us to work the camera and danced her way free there in the backfield. You thought it was blown coverage, but I think it was just pure speed in the end from Kyra.
Yeah, Kyra gave the separation. Teofilio recognized immediately, leaned in to the throw again. The Boracay throwing is just so well balanced, and I say balanced across the board, but balanced individually too. They really get low. They got low center of gravity. They manage themselves well when they lean into their throws. They really just look effortless, particularly out of Teofilio there. Another display of excellence to honor an open cut.
Navasa given plenty of space. That one punched down the line to Sergio Diaz, who has Sebastian Spiegel, who works the shuffle step to the front corner and gets a clean hold for Guayota.
Yeah, you see Somoza give the test chap. That's on me. He was responsible for the coverage of Sebastian Spiegel. I think he turned his head, you know, for those split seconds. You do your shoulder check, and Spiegel timed his cut with that look away and his first step. I mean, you've seen him play World Games. You've seen him play Wall City on sand, on grass. He does it everywhere, but you give him an inch and he will expose it to make it look like a mile, as he did just there. But great timing, great first step out of Spiegel as he puts a hold on the board. They're still trailing. They're playing from behind, both by way of starting on defense and having given up a break here in the first half, but are very much still in this game despite the requirement of 2 breaks.
Boracay get things running. Again, these deep shots teasing their way to the end zone. This time it's My Dublin who reels it in. Such perfect hooks, just so catchable from Boracay. Really lots of spins, quite flat. Their players getting plenty of separation and just making it a very forgiving throw. And My Dublin does it again. Has played a number of world championships. Her and Kyra on this O-line for Boracay have a wealth of experience. They're the same stars from 10, 15 years ago. We've seen the male matching players kind of change over a new generation, but Kyra and My Dublin still rocking it here. Think of the past of the J-Los and the Boboys of Filipino Ultimate. It's the new youngsters out here in the male matching players taking over. John Christian Flores.
How about Teofilio, Liam? Another rocket he throws. That's his 4th assist out of the 5 goals that Boracay have. The only one he didn't assist on was the break.
Well, Jade has that gun well calibrated. Navasa shoots to the middle. Spiegel downfield now. Both O-lines in cruise control at the moment. Spiegel's there for the inside shot. They go all the way around the house. And the inside break there. Oh, there's a layout. You can smell it coming. And that's what Boracay are so good at doing, setting the trap. And Guayota have fed them a couple of times. They need to calibrate themselves at how good and how quick these Boracay defenders are. And that was a dangerous throw and gives Guayota the short field, and Boracay waste a break opportunity. You can see them a little frustrated with each other. Guayota thankfully get it back.
Yeah, a much required hold there. As you said, Lamingo and Dacumos weren't able to connect to get it off the line there. There was some communication errors. Dacumos stayed in the dump space. Lamingo really wanted the upline cut to come out of that. And in the end, after the throwaway, they were pointing fingers at one another a little bit while Guayota picked up the disc and finished the job to get their dirty hold.
And this shot, the trap was set. Sensational.
Sumbi again, huh? Acrobatics, speed. He'll show you whatever he needs to, but all gone for naught as Guayota do manage to get the disc back, and once they did, cashed it in immediately. 5-4, Boracay still lead.
Edgar Sumbi, better known as Max on the island of Boracay, known for those extravagant plays. My Dublin. And this Boracay O-line has just looked sensational as Mai hits the inside. Now Kyra. A bit of a zone look here from Guayota, trying to slow down this Boracay side and have him trapped on the sideline now, but the easy upline shot comes in the shape of Paw Paw. Has to work hard to get that reset off. Now, man with the cannons, Jade, he's not afraid to send to the end zone. That, a speculative shot. I think that is the first turnover from the Boracay O-line.
Correct, you are. You saw how much he needed. It was a small window. He kind of really stepped into that. You see the body fold up top and put as much on it. He had to put it into a small space there. The sideline was coming up and the defense not too far behind had it floated. But it's being imperfection by just a bit has given Guayota their first chance to break that they've had all game. Let's see what they do with it.
Gabaldoni launches a big buttery backhand straight away. Not sure if that was the best option. Oscar Gonzalez, Benton Court, a speed demon on the sand, but
I think Teofilio still managed to get around and touch it there, so almost surpassed Betrancourt's speed there in the last bit.
Yeah, I don't think you ever really realized the speed of these Filipino players unless you have to match up against them. And looks like a bit of a zony junk look again from Guayota. I think now transitioning to a match defense, forcing backhand. Kyra puts one out to Dublin, rescues it from the sand. The two female matching players running the show at the moment. Mai throws one to the end zone, and that's more like it. Brilliant goal. This time, Jade Teofilio with the goal himself.
I mean, Teofilio, we're looking at his stat line right now, and the whole column's lit up. If he's not throwing it, he's catching it now. 4 assists, a goal. He got that block to get their possession back in the only turn they've had. He's doing a bit of everything. Great upline cut, but you got to respect this finish by Dublin, throwing between two defenders as you see Betrancourt peeling off to try and narrow the lane. A great throw by Dublin to make sure that Teofilio's upline cut works. There you see the stats we're looking at, and he is really filling up the sheet. Only one turn to go with all that offensive efficiency.
Coming from Bakong, the offensive handler. Been playing the sport for 8 years, just 22 years old. Spiegel gets things moving for Guayota. Navasa working again with Spiegel. Looking to set up their end zone offense. And just punches one into the front corner. Great cut from Andrea.
Yeah, a nice finish. That was maybe one of Guayota's most efficient offensive possessions. I mean, they've had, since being broken, Liam, they've turned it once and got it back. But their possessions have been four throws, 3 throws, and now 5 throws. They have started getting this offense ticking now. It took them a little bit of a slow start and a blemish before they started kicking into full gear. But now that they found it, they seem to really be striding into the end zone. And it's getting easier with each new pull reception. 6-5 though, Boracay does still have that break. It'll be up to the Guayota defense if they're going to put themselves back in this game.
And they've looked unstoppable at times again. Guayota choosing the zone defense, putting Oscar up top, almost a line of 3 players, and then a deep. I think just maybe acknowledging they're struggling to match up one-on-one against this Boracay side, so trying to throw something different in the mix. Back of the house, they have Jimenez, Miguel, Mikey, as they know him. Just taking the easy shots now, Boracay. Have to be a bit patient against this zone. Not really known for playing patient offense, usually known for high flying, exciting. That was a dangerous throw. There was a threat of a bid, but had enough curve to get around the defender. Now they shoot to the end zone, and that's another sensational layout. They do it again. Take a bow. What a catch.
Mariano, again, chucking the body, whether he's got to get on the springs and go vertical or put on the launching boots and go horizontal. He's not shy, and that was an incredible take by Papa Mariano. As you said, Liam, I don't mind the look by Guayota to take Boracay out of what they do best and keep that disc moving quick. It slows them down, but as soon as Guayota transitioned into match defense, they crossed half, transitioned, they got the one-on-ones, and they threw to the open space in the back, and Mariano puts on the Superman cape and shows us all about his athletic abilities there. Halftime, 7-5. Guayota will need 2 breaks if they're going to be able to win this bronze medal. Right now, Boracay looking very tidy.
And it's just a change of end zones, and we've seen a bit of swagger from the Boracay players. Love to see it. And grandstand starting to fill up now as people trundle in. A few had a enjoyable party last night, so as the day goes on, I'm expecting those stands to be full to the brim. Spiegel. Not sure if Guayota were at the party last night, but if they could win the bronze medal here, they'll be partying tonight. This one, big deep hook and owning the skies over Portimão with the pirouette and catch. Navasa does it again.
I mean, Lamingo, Bon Young had some incredible defense there. She closed the gap. She was in position, but Navasa still with the beautiful read. Goes up, still kind of in a bit of a spin around, trying to find the disc at the very last second while trying to keep the defender away. I'm really impressed with the fact that she kept that disc in hand, showing why she is one of the best receivers on sand. And here's another look. Look at this left hand get up. Lamingo running through the shoulder a little bit there. I think even if she hadn't got it, there might have been some potential to call a foul. There was a bit of contact, but nothing called, of course, especially not when there's a catch for goal. But yeah, great display of aerial dominance by Navasa.
Jay working through the zone with My Dublin. The over-the-top shot is there to Kyran. An arcing flick. Carves open his zone like a Christmas turkey. Again, nobody on the far sideline. The disc golfer is thinking about a dangerous throw. That one towards the back of the end zone. Not the right option. Swatted away emphatically by Gabaldoni. Gives some people in the crowd something to cheer about. There's a few Spanish fans here now.
Yeah, they're filling up team by team. You said there was a bit of a party last night. There's still a dozen games going on, the final placement games. These bleachers are going to fill up, and we're starting to feel the energy. Gabaldoni gobbled that one up and took it away, and the veteran saunters back to the line. Another break chance. They've been rare.
Oh, dangerous throw field, and again Boracay steal it back. Sensational play from Teofilo, better known as Jade, and they keep up the extravagant plays. Just the human highlight reel that is Paw Paw.
Bang, bang, pow, pow. Pow, pow. Another show of athleticism. You saw Teofilo on the getting the D back, goes into a commando somersault roll after he takes it away. Gets back up, foot on the tape, sets his sights, sees one of his favorite receivers, Pow Pow, and fires the OI forehand. It's on the money. The defense was in the area, but never going to take that away from Pow Pow once it went up.
Look at this steal. Read that so well. Comes out in a barrel roll. And then, cool as a cucumber, fires straight to the end zone. It looked like a big break opportunity for Guayota and Gabaldoni. And again, Philippines are quick to get it back. Diaz steps around for the break to Navasa. Working the unders now. Andrea. To the ever-free Navasa. A lot of pressure on the mark, very active force, and a throwaway.
I really liked the movement and the pivot there, but I was very surprised to see it that far off target.
Bon Young shoots up the line, and a hand block from Sergio Diaz shuts the gate on this one.
Oh, brilliant stuff there, both on the block and get that shot.
Yeah,
Spiegel back
Luna, our camera operator on the gimbal. The perfect position to get that one. You could hear that hand block from up in the commentary booth. Navasa. Diaz leads one out to Spiegel, who gets two hands onto that just inside the end zone.
Yeah, sitting on the stool with the bucket, doing a little bit of milking there, making sure when he does catch it, he's in the end zone. Maybe could have been a little bit more assured to attack that disc, but would have had a foot outside of the end zone, required one more. I think he assessed his surroundings well, realized there was nobody coming with hot heat to take it away, and readjusted the body, took an extra step, backpedaled 2 feet into the end zone, and made sure when he did catch it, he was in. It landed on the cone, almost in a tough position there. Hope Spiegel's okay.
Yeah, almost cut himself a new belly button there.
Yeah.
And both teams putting pressure on defense, getting break opportunities, but notably both O-lines very good at getting it back. So just one break in the game separates these two sides at the moment.
One break in the flip, of course, where Boracay started on O.
And you feel like possibly the two most committed islands to beach ultimate in the world, Tenerife and Boracay. Boracay is a population of 30,000 people, while Tenerife shy of 1 million, about 900,000. So it shows you what, a small community can do, making waves on the world stage. My Dublin beckoning for the unders. Jade working with Dublin. You see, they try to set up the sideline trap, but they find a way out through the cage. And some nice give-go offense. Again, they find that inside gap to open it up. This time a Blade unlocks the zone, and almost popping in is Dublin, knocking on the doorstep. Very active force again from Oscar, but unfazed is My Dublin as they shoot to Kyra in the back of the end zone, who finishes it off for this magnificent Boracay O-line.
Yeah, really magnificent. They use so much handler movement and resetting to get that up the field between Dublin, Teofilo. It was Flores in the mix there. By the time they get to the end zone, the whole defense still in that three-player front responding to the movement of these three. Tuvila Roberts at the back comes the other way and catches everybody off guard for a nice open lane and a free throw to goal up the guts. And no surprise to get more animation from the Filipino sideline. Love to see how much they love playing and enjoy being in these high-intensity games with big smiles on their faces, really loving and contributing to the wonderful atmosphere here.
Yeah, the only TikTok I've ever done is with Kyra and Bo Kittredge. We did a bit of a dance in New York together. Kyra was the better dancer of the three.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me one bit, Liam.
But Kyra living in the US now, very keen disc golfer as Guayota comes out in a side stack here. Seen him often, first two players clearing out and maybe Navasa coming under, but here she is now. Spiegel is very well to toe the line. Sits down as he throws that crossfield swing. Diaz fakes the Spiegel. And Navasa has time to check downfield before catching that one. She's so much separation. Nobody can hang with her in this division. Here she is again. Patricia Navasa lofts one into the end zone for Sergio Diaz to take down. Navasa claps her hands. She's here to play ball.
Yeah, taking them back to within 1, 8-9 now. Navasa finishes, starting things with her legs and her speed, finishing things with almost a dad backhand, a little bit of a pop pass or elevator pass, but all touch pass, no matter how you slice it. An easy throw seemingly, but easy for a lot to go wrong in a throw like that. There's a lot less rotation on the disc. Any bit of wind will get that wobbling and moving, but did make it easy by throwing an easy throw perfectly, and Diaz runs under, claps it in, and Guayota responds, put their defense back on the field. They've got one turn out of Boracay in the second half. They're going to need a few more chances. I mean, Boracay has only turned it over twice so far in the game, Liam. And once their D-line turned it back before they broke again.
Just looks like an honest match defense now from Guayota. Sneaks one downfield to Kyra, dishes off to My Dublin. Kyra again. Not a lot of reset options coming from downfield. 3-zep possession, Dublin. Now with the gunslinger Jade. He's got a 6-shooter out. He wants someone to go deep, and he gets a brilliant deep cut in the end. You know what he wants to do? Find Pawpaw deep in the end zone. You can see him calling for it. He's like, hey, I'm the gunslinger here. I got the cannons. Why are you cutting towards me? You need to be cutting to the end zone, folks. And with shots like that, who blames him?
Very Babe Ruth-like, calling his shot in those iconic moments. Pau Teofilo knew what he wanted, pointed, visually showed both his team and the defense exactly what he wanted, went and took it, and there was nothing anyone could do about it. When you throw to perfection like that, you throw to Mariano, who's been having a blinder of an entire week. Nothing about his prowess has slowed down here in the bronze medal game, and you love to see that connection. You love to see how strong these Boracay, in this case men, work together to connect on big shots like that one.
Banyang with the pull for Boracay Ultimate. And just such great ultimate playing conditions here on the sands of Pride de Russia. Deep shot is there, and they have to send it to Navasa, who turns on the jet boosters. Next level stuff from Navasa yet again.
I felt like we've seen that exact same situation earlier in the game. Navasa started running, crossed the midfield mark with about a meter of separation. Throwers understood what was going on when she gets going, and by the time the throw gets there, Navasa has about 2.5, 3 meters of separation, and it looks like she's easily just running under one. We cannot understate how fast Navasa can get going. She moves in a straight line like not too many other on the sand.
You know, I wonder if they can afford to cross her over at some point, Navasa. She's getting it done on offense. They've been struggling on defense, though. Guayota yet to get a break this game. Have had very few opportunities and didn't particularly look like scoring them either. Even just if Navasa's on the field and they got a break opportunity, I feel like she'd be massive for them. And all the way from downtown, catches it, almost gets forced into the end zone. Timeout being called. What an incredible play.
An absolute bomb from one end to the other. Sacapano does a great job to hold on to his position. Bodies out. Jimenez came in awfully fast, maybe a little bit too physical. No fouls called. Everybody was happy with the result of this, but Sacapano loved the way he takes this, puts the body in front, goes into another commando roll there, and Boracay are inches, millimeters away from putting another one on the board and getting 3-goal separation.
Almost looked like you got forced in there. You've seen forced out call? You got force in?
Yeah, I mean, that can happen.
You forced me into the end zone?
I don't know if you could call against it to have them brought back, though.
No, just shy of the end zone. Again, camera operators on point here. And I actually like this timeout at times. If you feel like the rest of your teammates are quite far away and you're going to lose a few seconds, even getting someone close to you. One of the few in-game timeouts I'm rather okay with. It did look like his teammates had maybe stopped to admire the grace of that throw and the catch and forgot, like, oh yeah, he's not in. I need to get up there. Very spaced out vertical stack from Boracay.
Yeah. 2 in the back. Looks like, I mean, it looks like one player isolated to score first. After that, Dublin and Teofilo, I'm sure they won't be shy to cycle behind the line.
Yeah, it looks like an isolation on Kyra here. We'll see if she gets help from her teammates. But the first look to Kyra doesn't get thrown, and it's Dublin who comes flying across the front of the end zone. Not sure that's how they drew it up, but it works out. Well spaced out players, everyone providing some kind of option. It's Dublin who does it for Boracay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's how it was drawn up either, but when the space avails itself, if a simple step and a short pass is going to open up in the early stall count, and on a short field play like that, coming out of static, of course you got to take it. You always want to make your scores as easy as possible, and the Philippines have done it right there. Here it is again. Sacapano. Well, they'll just... Yeah, Dublin came crossing from the backfield, really just ran the goal line there and took a step in front in the last 2 meters of her cut.
Time ticking away for Guayota. Coming on this side stack again and looking for Navasa. She was free, but the mark took the shot away, but forever free. Navasa gets the under as Diaz. Navasa again seems to be going every other pass here. So he tries to put the team on her back, and a graceful dish to the end zone. Gets a clean hold for Guayota.
Yeah, Spiegel finishes the job to Ortiz there. Navasa once again in the middle of the action. A very tidy score. It was 9-11, and that means it's emergency time. And Guayota send the response unit. Time's ticking away. Points cap ticking away. Not much time for Guayota to materialize the 2 breaks they'll need if they're to get on top of Boracay. Otherwise, Boracay getting ever closer to that finish line. Liam, just a quick look at the stats lines across the board again. 2 or 3 worth noting. Spiegel there adds another. He's got 2 goals, 3 assists, and a block. Navasa, 3 goals, 2 assists. Look to the other side, a bunch of great stats, but 1 goal, 2 blocks. How many assists by Teofilo right now?
8 so far.
8 assists. That is throwing fire.
I say so far because I expect him to add some more to that. But now, having to play out of their own end zone here, Dublin doesn't have a lot of options. She's going to go for the big buttery biscuit around, and you cannot overthrow this man. Brilliant from Mariano. Paw dishes it back, and fearless again from Boracay. Dublin drives forward. Kyra on the front of the end zone as well, but Jay takes the easier reset now. Peppers one into the back of the end zone. That low release flick.
And the only turnover I've seen out of Teofilo is when he did really fold the body into a throw and kind of contract like that. This time he shows it, and you see what it looks like when it goes right. He really just put a full body torsion into that throw, fired it into the break side. Teofilo, we said a moment ago, how many, Liam? And he said, well, this many so far. It was 8. It's already mounted to another. 9 of Boracay's 12 goals have been assisted by that man that was just on screen, Teofilo. Take a bow. We know he's not done yet. It ain't done for him until the game is over. But Jade really putting on a performance, pushing Boracay Ultimate towards this bronze medal.
Sensational play from Boracay. Navasa has just been magnificent all game long. Going every other pass again and gesticulating where she wants her teammates. Teases one out. Guayota playing their classic beach ultimate offense. As I say that, throw a bit of spice, and the hammer looked like it was caught but possibly ground stripped. And Boracay will have a chance to break for victory. Injury called.
Yeah, Ortiz went hard to ground there. I thought it was good too. It was indeed a ground strip here, as you watch again, Liam. That was in the hand. It was not firmly in hand, and as soon as her body hit the ground, that disc bounced out, and Boracay going to have a chance right now to win this game with a possession to break and 1 goal away from a bronze medal.
And with this injury sub, it also gives Boracay the chance to make a sub, and they bring on Kyra, who adds a bit of offensive flair to this line. I'm a little bit surprised they didn't bring in
Teofilo.
Jade, number 11. You know, getting that sub to bring on an offensive player. We'll see what damage Kyra can do. Very far away horizontal stack, and Kyra just tries to grind out the under. All the way across the width of the field. A few open players here from Boracay. Boracay Guayota are going to have to step up their defense if they want to stay alive. Bronze medal on the line here. Can Boracay break for the victory? Everyone on the edge of their seat here is Boracay. Keep it simple. Sumbi, known as Max, they're going to throw it out to him. He launches himself into the air again. A hurricane and a tornado all in one. Max punches it in for the bronze medal. Sensational from Boracay. The whole island is quaking right now in joy.
What a play by Max Sumbi. He's shown us the acrobatics. He's shown us the speed right there. He gives us acrobatics going up a vertical column into a spin twist. He's getting thrust onto the shoulders immediately for what he did at the very tail end of that game. Max Sumbi then outweights the crossing defense, the congestion in the corner, and finds a small lane to hit Rebusa in the corner just in front for the game-winning goal. Huge performance. Boracay nearly perfect throughout that game, and really a great chance to showcase what they do best. And right there, Sumbi again, a big part of what the Filipinos from Boracay do best on the sand.
Alexa, turn on flight mode as he launches himself into the sky. Fakes out the Guayota defender to eventually punch in the simple pass. And you feel like on the D-line it was going to go to Max. That is incredible. And I love the calm, the swagger to fake out the mark and just gently dish it in for a break to win the game. Heartbreak for Guayota, though. They've been incredible all season long, but come up just short of a medal.
Yeah, you gotta love the celebration, the jubilation for Boracay, but just to go back to Guayota, they had their sights set on this gold for at least a year and a half. Training hard, a heartbreaking semifinal yesterday. I think today they showed up and played a great game, but really got hit by Boracay's best game, and the one break early in the first half, they were never able to recover and never able to really put a dent. They could not take a break away from Boracay. Teofilo, absolutely phenomenal amongst many others for Boracay Ultimate.
And now we have several members of the Boracay team on standby for an interview. We'll send it down to Benji Rees.
Thanks, Liam. First of all, congratulations, bronze medalists. How do you feel?
Before that, I would like to say thank you so much to our Godfather for the bronze medal. Thank you so much. It's so unreal. It's our first time to bring Boracay Ultimate to the Worlds. And this is very historical for us because my daughter India and my wife Raquel is playing. Soon my son will be playing also. So this is a family of a team of a family. So we're so happy. We're so happy. And we had an adjustment from yesterday. If we did adjust on the semifinals game, we could have got this one. But still, our Godfather give us bronze medal. We're gonna bring it home. We're gonna bring it home.
About the game itself, your offense was so clean and clinical against a really strong opponent in Guayota. How do you play so calm in pressure moments?
We trained for this. Would you like to say it? We trained for this, and we did an adjustment last night and this morning, and we know how they play. Like they're the same as us. Like they're fast, they're quick, they have efficient throws also. But I told my teammates, I told our team, it's about who's gonna error. So it's about execution of each player. So I told them, this is last game. There's no coming home. We need to bring the bronze medal, and everybody was like so focused, and I'm so happy about that.
What's next for Boracay then after bronze this time?
I think because of this opportunity, which we are very grateful that Patrick and Sophia for this tournament. It's like we're so overwhelmed that we were able to get the team here all the way from the Philippines, and this opened up a lot of opportunities for us. And I think we're so pumped up, like we were able to conquer this. I think we will be joining more tournaments in the future.
And also, number 3 in 54 countries, man, in 54 teams. So it's awesome.
It's an incredible achievement. One final thing before I let you go, is there any words you'd like to send to people watching back home in beautiful Boracay or elsewhere around the world?
Maraming salamat po sa buong Pilipinas at sa lahat ng mga Pinoy sa buong mundo. For your support, it's overwhelming because of you guys who sent us donations for food and helping us with the tickets and the accommodations and everything. Maraming salamat po sa lahat. And we hope in the future tournaments, everyone can still come together and help Filipino athletes fulfill their dreams.
Amazing. Congratulations, bronze medal, phenomenal achievement. I'll let you go off to the Spirit Circle and celebrate. Congratulations. Steph, Liam, back upstairs to you.
Some dreams fulfilled here in the bronze medal game, and the Boracay Ultimate team are going to have a few heavier bags, excess baggage on the way back to Boracay, as they have some bronze medals to carry with them now and plenty of memories to boot. And it was the big hucking game of Boracay that was just on point. I've never seen such a magnificent display of hucking.
Yeah, loved that game. Teofilo, a major standout. Tuvilla Roberts, we talked about. Pau Pau, Mariano, big stars for Boracay Ultimate as they take the last of the bronze medals available. Next up, a trio of golds on offer, Liam.
Yeah, some really exciting matchups coming up here. I believe we'll have the mixed final next as we see Frisgo from France taking on Margarita Mix from Ireland. We have an all Swedish women's final as well. E6 versus
Valkyria.
And then we also have the open final, USA versus Belgium. We're expecting to see that in Australia, but we have it here on sand. Humiliswag versus Jet Set. But we got to celebrate the human highlight reel that is this Boracay side. Guayota did not go down without a fight. Hand blocks and other blocks galore. Navasa, sensational performance. But in the end, it's the kings and queens of Beach Ultimate, Boracay Ultimate, take the win for Steph Rapazzo and Liam Grant. Don't go anywhere. Some fantastic finals coming up in just a few moments' time.
Thanks.
Yeah, Ultimate.
ulti.TV